A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
On the carry. Davion Taylor on the stop. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
Breeze.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He's at the 40, 20,
oh, yeah,
10,
that's how we do it.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 82 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. Right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
To kick off for New Orleans.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
offense, and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 71 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
The score, Eagles 14, Saints 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it, and to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
For 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
And Thomas has it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Wentz. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Jalen Rager. Incomplete. Janoris Jenkins on
4th down. Out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. This is taken around the 12. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
14-14.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now Breeze finding Kamara. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Breeze now on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And past the 35, with time 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 32-yard line.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He throws it. He hits the sideline to touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints have moved out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, It's Sanders. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable and in a lot of ways unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. He's picked up by his nemesis, Nikel Roby-Coleman. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Demario Davis on the tackle.
Wentz on the give to Sanders.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Third down here.
Third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They do go for it. It's Breeze. The open man is Smith. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They're on the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Eagles first down.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
He was brought down by Kiko Alonso. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Once again, it's Clement. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Wentz now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They do go for it. It's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On 1st down, Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard.
With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. The first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's got room. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 88 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Goodwin.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
Philadelphia.
Wentz now on first down. This ball complete to Reagor. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Eagles.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Wentz again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Eagles first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert. To the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Flush to his right.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz on target to Jalen Reagor. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 45 yards.
1st and 10.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Breeze going to throw. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And some room to work. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
That's another Saints 1st down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Next to score, Saints 35, Eagles 28. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
To
Deshaun Jackson, 33 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For the point after.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play, get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
They'll have to be careful how they handle this. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw, Breeze. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Kamara on
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
Wentz to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. But that's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and that changes everything here in OT. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him. quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
First and 10.
So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run with Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now a carry for Sanders. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
kick it and go. We'll slip on, spin, move, in zone,